Hello everyone. So in this video we are going to discuss about a very good mechanics problem that was asked in GATE 2022. As you guys can see on the screen that we are given a question. In this question we are given a disk. The disk is given an initial angular velocity omega naught and has been kept gently on a rough floor. We have been asked to calculate the linear velocity of the center of mass of the disk when the disk will start to pure roll. The numerical values of initial angular velocity, mass of the disk and the radius of the disk is given in the problem. So I would request you to try the question first by yourself. Pause the video now and try it yourself. So let us talk about the solution of the problem. Regarding this question, what I have seen is I have gone through each and every resources available online and I have seen that each of them have tried to give the solution of this problem by kinematics method. We are not going to discuss about that method. The method which I am going to discuss in this question is angular momentum conservation method. That method is very short and concise method and such type of problems in which after pure rolling gets started, so the velocity and the angular velocity if asked can be calculated very easily. So before jumping on to the solution of the problem, first we need to understand what is angular momentum and what is conservation of angular momentum. Now we are going to discuss about writing angular momentum of a body. First of all, let us try to learn writing angular momentum for a translating body. On your screen you can see that we have a particle of mass small m that is moving forward with velocity v. So in order to write the angular momentum of this particle about point P, first we need to talk about the perpendicular distance. Listen it very carefully. First we need to talk about the perpendicular distance of the line of motion of the particle from point P. So the line of motion of the particle, I am marking it on the screen. So the line of motion of the particle is simply this. So what is the perpendicular distance of the line of motion of the particle from point P? That is simply r. So the angular momentum of the body about point P will simply become mv into the perpendicular distance. What is that? That is simply r. So the angular momentum of this particle about point P is simply mvr. Now let us learn how to write angular momentum of a rotating body. On your screen you can see that we have a rotating body that is rotating with angular velocity omega and has moment of inertia I. So angular momentum of this rotating body can be simply written as L equals to I naught into omega, where I naught is the moment of inertia about what? About the center of mass of the body. So this is how you write angular momentum of a rotating body. So the most important part, let us try to learn about writing angular momentum of a translating plus rotating body. On your screen you can see that we have a rolling body that is moving forward with velocity v and at the same time it is rolling with angular velocity omega. This particle can be seen as two particles. One is translating with velocity v forward and the second one is rotating with angular velocity omega. So for this particle, the first one that is translating, we can simply write angular momentum as mvr as learned in case number 1. And for this rotating body, the angular momentum will be simply I naught into omega. So for this body, the angular momentum will be combination of the first two ones. So I have written one statement on the board, that is, if about any point the net external torque acting on the system comes out to be 0, then angular momentum of the system about that point is said to be conserved. So some of you might be thinking that what did he just say? Sir के ऊपर से bouncer ही निकल गया. So you do not need to worry. I am going to explain the whole statement. So according to this statement, suppose you have a body. Let's just say you have a sphere, right? You have a sphere. So if you have a rigid body and you see that on that body you somehow manage to find a point P. You have a rigid body. Let's just say that you have a sphere. On that body, if you are able to find a point P and you see that about that point P, the sum of all the torques acting on the body comes out to be 0, then you can say that about that point P, the angular momentum of the system about that point is conserved, right? So if I draw the FBD of the sphere, suppose that this sphere is pure rolling, it is going with velocity v and omega, right? It is kept on a floor, right? If I draw the free body diagram of this sphere, what I'll see is there will be one normal reaction from the ground and the second one will be bait. So according to this statement, can you find any point on this sphere about which all the torques of all the forces acting on this body is 0? So if I try to find out such point on this sphere, I can easily see that the bottommost point is the point which I was looking for. Means if I take point P as the bottommost point of the sphere, I can see that the normal reaction of the ground as well as the weight of the body, the normal reaction as well as the weight of the body is passing through point P. So if both the forces are passing through point P, so the torque of these two forces about point P will come out to be what? The torque of these forces about point P will be simply 0. So we see that only these are the two forces acting on the sphere. Apart from these two forces, no other forces are acting on the sphere. Some of you might be thinking that there is also friction acting on the sphere. So will friction act here? The answer is no. Why? Because the body is already pure rolling, right? So there will be no friction acting on the body. If the body was not pure rolling, and let's just say that if friction was acting, let us say that friction was acting in forward direction. In that scenario also you can see that friction force will also pass from point P. So whether friction acts or not, the torque about point P will always be 0. So in a rolling body, you can always apply angular momentum conservation about what point? About the bottommost point. Whether friction is acting or not, whether the body is in pure rolling or the body is skidding, you can always apply the angular momentum conservation about the bottommost point. So remember this statement and always apply angular momentum conservation about the bottommost point. Now after getting an idea about the angular momentum conservation, let us talk about the solution of the problem, right? So initially we had a disc that was kept on a rough floor, and initially the disc had only angular velocity, means it has no linear velocity, it had only angular velocity. So when this disc is kept on the rough floor, what will happen? Friction will act, and friction will try to accelerate the disc forward and will try to impart a linear velocity to the disc. Initially it had no linear velocity and finally it had v linear velocity. So we can easily say that the direction of the friction is going to be forward, means on this body friction has to act forward. Why? Because initially the linear velocity was 0, and after some time the linear velocity is v. So friction has to act forward in order to impart a linear velocity v to the disc, right? Now we learnt earlier about the angular momentum conservation, right? So if I take this point P, and I apply angular momentum conservation, so let us take this as scenario 1 and this as scenario 2, right? And let us apply conservation of angular momentum about point P. So L initial equals to L final, right? L is the sign for angular momentum, right? So initial angular momentum is mv naught r plus I naught into omega naught equals to, what is going to be the final angular momentum? That will simply be mvr plus I naught into omega. Now the initial linear velocity of the disk was 0, so this term will become 0. Now about the moment of inertia, I naught is the moment of inertia of the disk about center of mass. So for disk, what is the moment of inertia about center of mass? That is simply mr square by 2 into omega naught equals to mvr plus mr square by 2. Now since the disk has started pure rolling, what we can write is v equals to r omega. So let us substitute omega equals to v by r. So we'll get v equals to omega naught r upon 3. So the value of v will come out to be omega naught is 5, r is 0.15 and 3. So the value of v is going to be 0.25 meter per second. So the linear velocity with which this disk will start to roll, pure rolling, is 0.25 meter per second. So this is how you can solve this question very easily if you are aware about the concept of angular momentum conservation. So this is a very short and concise method to solve these kind of problems. So whenever you see problems like this in which you are asked about what is going to be the angular velocity, what is going to be the linear velocity of the disk or any rolling body, then apply angular momentum conservation method. Do not go for the kinematics method. The kinematics method is time taking method. Always apply angular momentum conservation method. Now if you look on the board, then you can see that I have modified the last question which I just solved, and what I have done is I have imparted a linear velocity to the disk as well. Means earlier the disk was only given angular velocity and it was kept on the floor, right? But now what I have done is I have also imparted some linear velocity to the disk, right? So in this case you have been asked the same thing. You have been asked to calculate the velocity of center of mass when pure rolling starts, right? So let us see that how many of you are able to understand the last question and apply the angular momentum conservation method correctly in questions like this. So try to solve this question by yourself, and whatever the answer you get, write that answer in the comment section. So this was all regarding this video. See you guys in the next video. Until then, keep grinding.